This is a Trixie Mad Scientist Windmill. After reviewing 55 different toys, this is our undisputed number one. The problem? It's a dog toy. A failed, poorly reviewed dog toy that dog owners can't stand. And the single fact reveals a huge problem that affects you, the money you waste, and the nagging guilt you feel every time you close the door for work, wondering if your cat is happy or just bored out of their mind. So in this video, we're going to show you exactly why this toy is a disaster for dogs, and then prove to you how the same design flaw makes it an accidental masterpiece for cats. Inside the box, we've got the instructions, a non-slip base, a stand, a rotating element, and these 4 beakers with 2 sets of lids to adjust the difficulty. The whole thing screws together in about 30 seconds. From a cat owner's perspective, the build quality is okay, not great, not terrible. And for its intended audience, this okay quality is the first critical point of failure: durability. A dog's play is deeply rooted in evolutionary history as a pack animal. Their entire predatory sequence is built around chase, grab and bite, and kill bites. Their jaws aren't just for eating, they're their primary tools for exploration and problem solving. Mainstream dog toy manufacturers like Kong understood this decades ago. Their toys are made of hard, durable rubber for a reason. When a dog gets frustrated, it reverts to its instinct. It bites, it shakes, and it tries to tear. This hard, brittle plastic was never designed for that, which explains reviews like this. The second flaw? Stability. While the base is weighted, a dog's play style is quite explosive. For most dogs, it's simply easier just to knock the entire thing over by passing the puzzle entirely. So for a dog, well, I guess it's a total failure. This is where the story gets interesting. You see, cats are solitary hunters. Their problem solving is completely different. They don't use overwhelming force. They are the masters of observation, like tiny physicists calculating angles and momentum at incredible speed with just the simplest of glance. Their paws are not blunt instruments. They are precision tools packed with nerve receptors capable of detecting the slightest vibration. That battling and spinning motion aligns perfectly with their stalk and pounce skill set. It requires finesse, not force. For a cat, its lightweight is a feature, making it incredibly responsive to the slightest of touch. It's perfectly balanced for a cat's more precise, delicate movements.
Something robust, precise.
Robust, precise.
It's why a tiny 8-pound senior cat has no trouble spinning it, and why an 8-pound monster Oreo can play with it for hours without ever tipping it over. But, and this is a huge but, that doesn't mean it's a perfect toy. For the right cat, this is a 10 out of 10 masterpiece. For the wrong cat though, it's a frustrating piece of plastic that will end up in the toy graveyard. The difference comes down to some very specific pros and cons you need to know about, and of course, we've got to talk about the price. But before we can get to all of that, let's talk about the bigger reason we're in this mess in the first place. The fact that we have to buy a dog toy to get this level of enrichment isn't just an accident. It's a symptom of a deep systematic bias within the entire pet toy market. And to understand it, we have to follow the money. Now, the global pet toy market was projected to be a $9 billion industry in 2024, but it's not exactly an equal market. According to the industry analysis from Fredonia Group, the dog toy segment doesn't just command over half of the share, it accounts for a staggering 3/4 of the entire market. This creates a powerful feedback loop. Companies see higher sales in the dog aisle, so they pour more money into R&D budgets, into more innovative dog toys, which then leads to more sales, which then further justifies more investment. It's kind of like a self-fulfilling prophecy that then leaves cat owners, well, in the cold. The core reason for this bias is a persistent and outdated and, well, frankly insulting myth that dogs are complex partners deserving of enrichment, while cats are just simple, low maintenance accessories who are just happy with a ball of yarn. You can see this bias in the catalogues of the biggest brands. For dogs, companies like Outward Hound offer almost twice as many toys compared to cats, where their options are far more limited and often rely on much more simpler mechanics. The innovation, the investment and the engineering, it's all on the dog side of the aisle. But is it right for your cat? Well, we'll talk about the price and give you our final recommendation in a second. But before all that, let's talk about the pros and cons. 1, and this is huge for any owner that feels that pang of guilt when you're leaving the house. Now these beakers, they have quite high capacity, which means you can fill them at the start of the day and know that your cat has an all-day puzzle to solve, a stimulating challenge to engage their mind whilst you're gone. And this isn't just a feature, it's peace of mind. 2, once you find the right size kibble, it creates the perfect blend of difficulty and reward. It's not too easy, and well, it's not too hard. 3, the beakers are dishwasher safe, a dream for any busy cat parents. But here are 4 potential deal breakers that you need to consider. 1, while our cat's got it instinctively, not all will. You may have to become a teacher for your cats, but, well, for the right owner, this isn't a flaw. It's an opportunity. It's a chance to engage directly with your cat's incredible problem-solving mind, to work together on a challenge and to strengthen your bond in the process. To do that, start with the beak lids off completely so that they get an instant reward. Once they master that, put the lids on with the biggest holes, and you could always add a couple of their favorite treats to increase their enthusiasm. 2, these holes were designed for larger dog kibble. I really wish Trixie would lean into the accidental cat audience and offer lids with smaller adjustable holes. And while I've seen forum posts about using tape on the inside to make the holes smaller, honestly, you shouldn't have to resort to DIY hacks. 3, the build quality. All jokes aside, I wish it was slightly better. It's very easy to cross-thread the screws on the beakers, and the whole thing does feel pretty flimsy. 4, and I'm not going to stop raising this because it matters. Our homes are a reflection of us. Why should we have to settle for toys that look like they come from the children's party supply store? The industry needs to understand that cat parents value design. We want enrichment tools that are as smart, sophisticated, and as aesthetically pleasing as the animals they're designed for. So our final verdict on the Trixie Mad Scientist Windmill. It scores 49 out of 60, putting it at the undisputed top of our chart. So is it worth the risk? Well, for £12, we believe it's one of the best investments you can make for your cat's mental health. For the price of a couple of coffees, you're essentially getting a tool that can provide hours of guilt-free, self-directed enrichment we as dedicated cat parents are so desperately searching for. Ultimately, this toy is more than just a product. It's proof. It's proof that we, as a community of thoughtful, dedicated cat parents, have been right all along. Our cats are not simple creatures. They're intelligent, complex hunters who are desperate for the kind of smart, engaging puzzles the industry currently reserves for dogs. We shouldn't have to rely on accidents to provide for them. This toy success is a message to the industry that there is a huge untapped market of cat owners who are tired of the same old fuzzy mice and are willing to invest in their cat's mental health. Based on your experience, what is the single biggest thing that you think the cat toy industry gets wrong about cats? Let's build a case study in the comments below that the industry cannot ignore. We read every single one. And if you believe in this mission and want to be part of the channel that respects your intelligence and your cat's needs, then hit that subscribe button to join our community. Help this message to reach more cat parents by giving the video a like. Now, the windmill is a fantastic toy, but you don't have to rely on accidents to solve cat boredom. In this video here, I'll show you 5 guilt-free hacks you can use right now, including how to make a few simple DIY options. Click this video to find out how. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.